Sonic Prime Season 2 just dropped, and since I already made a review on Season 1, I decided to do the same with Season 2 and give an entirely objective and unbiased review. I'm just kidding. But just in case, I have to say that this video is entirely my opinion. If you enjoyed Season 2 of Sonic Prime, then that's completely fine. It's just that after watching all of the episodes, I feel kind of the same way as I did with the last season. Just completely underwhelmed. Also, this is a spoiler-free review. I'm not going to be diving into the ending or anything related to what happens in the story, but I am going to be showing some screenshots on screen of the new season, because I can't really show footage. Let me briefly recap my thoughts on Season 1 real quick. I mainly thought all of the episodes were pretty boring because there was either a ton of filler or each episode followed a similar plot. I also wasn't a fan of the characterization, Sonic's especially. So for Season 2, I really wasn't expecting much to change with the characterization and writing because that's really unrealistic considering that they made all of the episodes around the same time. So I'm just going to say it now, I still hate the writing in Season 2 and I think it's one of the show's biggest setbacks. However, yes, there is a however, I have to give credit where credit is due. I really thought Sonic improved in this season a ton. He still has his moments, of course, but there's some solid character development in here. In Season 1, he was generally an asshole at all times, and I honestly thought this wasn't really going to change, but I'm happy to be wrong about that. He also has some really good moments that reminded me of how he acted in the games. Really reminded me of Frontiers and Unleashed especially. So yeah, Sonic is just way better in Season 2. If I'm being completely real though, Shadow really carried this whole thing. He only appears in a few episodes though, but unironically, those are the only good episodes in this season if you ask me. His character is so well written, miles better than how he's written in the games nowadays. I wouldn't say his writing is as good as it is in 06 for example, but it's pretty damn close. Shadow's character in the show is just amazing, and Sonic is also pretty good too. I wish I could say the same about everybody else though. Good God, man, call this a nitpick all you want, but I just have to say that damn near every side character in this show is annoying as hell. Every time one of the alternate versions of Knuckles or Amy show up on screen, I just want to turn the damn thing off. Like, bro, shut the f up. It's just so annoying. The only side characters that aren't annoying are the versions of Tails, Rouge, and Knuckles in the Eggman world. I honestly forgot what it was called. But even then, their personalities are about as generic and one-sided as they could get. Except for Nine, though. He actually has some more personality in this season. Still not as much as Shadow, but it's something. Honestly, the awful side characters make me heavily underappreciate the environments and set pieces they made for this show. There's not much new in this season. We still have the jungle, the pirate world, and the Eggman world, which is fine. But every time the show switches to the pirate world, I'm just like, welp, here we go again. The number of times Pirate Knuckles said me beauty in this season makes me want to kill myself. Robot Amy too, like Jesus, just please shut up, I can't take it. But that's not even the worst of it. Every single alternate dimensional Eggman is awful, truly terrible. I'm not over exaggerating here. There is no substance to any of their characters besides being annoying and obnoxious. That's it. And most of them don't even serve much of a purpose anyway. The only reason why they're here in the first place is just for the sake of having a big group of villains. Speaking of villains, let's talk about Chaos Sonic for a minute. I actually really liked him. They obviously took a lot of inspiration from Sonic's character in the old 90s cartoons, and I love it. Alright, that's enough about the characters. Did I like everything else this season had to offer? No, not really. Plot-wise, it's just a continuation of Season 1, and it's also another instance where I wasn't really invested in what was happening until the very end. This season was so boring, man. It really got me like... Seriously, it had its moments, sure. I really liked a lot of the action sequences and the interactions between Sonic and Shadow, but other than that, it's pretty boring. The plot itself is still pretty basic, but that's not really the issue. There's just not a lot going on in any of the episodes that really grabbed my attention. Rewatching Sonic Boom actually made me realize that this is probably due to the writing. I wasn't really expecting much because it is a kid's show, like what can you expect? But Sonic Boom is living proof that actual funny jokes in a kid's cartoon can make it more enjoyable. At least it did for me. I really do like the animation though. It allows the characters to be very expressive and lively, which, as I said in my last Sonic Prime video, it was lacking in pretty much every recent Sonic game. However, I'm just really not a fan of this art style, man. It looks a little too generic and cheap if you ask me. There are a lot of moments that really show the art style at its weakest points too, like when Sonic is running on water for example. The water doesn't even react at all, instead Sonic just kind of floats above it. I know it's a minor nitpick, but I just didn't really like the art style choice too much. But again, the animation is still really good. There are also a lot of cute little references and Easter eggs that gave me a good laugh, and the nostalgia stuff is not really overdone here like it was in season 1. The references are still here for sure, but they're way more spread out and subtle. It's not just, whoa, Green Hill, But yeah, unfortunately, apart from the first and last episodes, I didn't really enjoy this season too much. I'll definitely check out season 3, but I'm not necessarily on the edge of my seat, you know? But again, if you did enjoy season 2, then that's great. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. But yeah, guys, that's going to end my Sonic Prime season 2 review. And also, I just wanted to thank you all so much for 10,000 subscribers. I honestly never thought this would happen, and I'm just so grateful that you guys actually enjoy my stupid videos. But yeah, with that being said, as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.